Pick n Pay was founded in the Western Cape by Raymond Ackerman in 1967.
Right, although it's managed now by Richard Brasher, the family still has a control position. It has rebounded after some tough years about 5 years ago.
Market cap 35.4 billion rand, PE of 32.4 and a dividend yield of just over 2%. Just talk to me about the leadership here. Sean Summers, then after Sean Summers we had
Nick Badminton for a while.
Nick Badminton, and then we had Richard Brasher coming in.
Yeah.
And Richard Brasher, obviously with the overseas experience. Tesco.
Tesco, that's quite right. Just a quick correction, because just in case Raymond Ackerman's watching, he didn't found it. He bought 4 or 5 stores from Jack Golden, the guy who founded Clicks, and it was called Pick n Pay. So he wasn't actually the founder, but he kind of started it.
Thank you for that clarification. We won't make that mistake again.
Yeah, because and so they've had their travails with senior management, but Richard Brasher has done a phenomenal job. My concern is that one man can't change an entire business, but he's really done a fantastic job. And as I said before, they are clawing market share back from ShopRite. They've put a lot of innovative things in place, but I think it's all on the price, unfortunately.
Let's look at that price, Paul, before we continue with our conversation.
Yeah, so it rallied well before the turnaround. People were buying it and have continued buying it all the way up. The point, however, is that, and I think Chris is echoing this, is that in a sense the easy changes have been already wrought. So the underperforming stores, the centralization of distribution, the professionalization of their payment management system in order to deal with payments to creditors and to suppliers.
So the question is how much
now
more
what they need is more revenue growth,
to
and so
have.
that gets a little bit harder. But I mean, it's one of South Africa's iconic brands. So they're not going out of people. The customers will be there.
But you should have already bought
doors.
into the story and capitalized on the rally that we've seen in the share price.
And look, I'm first to admit I've been wrong on this one, because the fundamentals really didn't look good, and I still don't think they look that wonderful. Other than, I mean, look, if you look at the margins here, a shade under 2% as against 5% at ShopRite. So the ability to try and claw back to the same kind of territory that ShopRite's in, no, I can't see that happening in any sort of reasonable time frame.
So not hot.
Not hot.
Why would their margins be substantially worse? What's the explanation for it?
Well, they've been investing in price. They've been doing lots and lots of promotions. Trying to get that market share back. Also, they've been having to cut costs, because this was not the same kind of operation as ShopRite at all. And Brasher has instilled a huge discipline into the thing. So it's a long-term process. But wow.
Well, hot or not?
I've also been wrong all along, not really buying it, saying it was an opportunity to, really ignore, even be short. But I don't know. I mean, my feeling has changed, and I think one's got to respond to it. So I think the idea is that if he can move more margin improvement as a result of further innovations, well, why not? So
You're going to go hot on Pick n Pay. Is that a first?
But it's also partly
the first time in a long time that you've actually called Pick n Pay hot.
It is indeed.
You see what he does? He always calls it at the top of the cycle. Then it's hot.